Today, on behalf of ourselves, we want to present some words according to what the situation. We've been through some lot of hardness through the government, and we feel the pain and how it cost. We feel the pain in our heart. It's so much worse. So we want to say a word that we can debate about what is the historical move of the government.
The only thing that we have to debate today is the economy, our economy in this nation. That we find it that we try to find out what the root cause of this downfall of our economy of this nation, Solomon Island. So that's how we have to appear today to give you some view, to give some words that because we are searching for what is the root cause of this downfall of this economy of our nation. So this is the real fact that we find it unnecessary in our nation. This is the necessary thing that we have to do, is to debate today. Um, most of the time, our country is have the hardness of uh, development in our country is we find it a failure. The development is our failure in this country. What is the root cause of this thing? So I try to compare this present government, DDC government. I try to compare it with the previous government, which is called the Siak government, which uh, led by Mr. Ulfaalu and his cabinet members. This DDC government today, we find it that maybe it's a corruption move, or they fight for themselves, their own pocket, which is not good for our nation. Because you think Solomon Island, it's not only one person, it's not only the DDC government, but we have lots and lots of people in this nation, that innocent people in this nation, our children, our mothers, our leaders of churches, our community leaders, that we find it hard to organize ourselves to do things according to our needs, or our according to our what I should say something to the people.
Yes, we think that we look on it a greatest need for our nation in Solomon Island. How about the past previous government and the present government? We think and we see that there is different. We try to put them as together. We can see something that they can together, but we cannot see something together in this present government with the
Yes.
previous government.
This present government working together is a failure to us in this nation. They did not work together like the previous government. Okay, I should say the previous government, they build our economy. They they fight hard to build our economy. So they do it. They do it according to their knowledge, what they should do. They do it for us. Then we so happy during that time. So I should say that Siak government, they do well for this nation. They fight well for this nation. But this previous government did not, I did not see them fighting for this nation. So this is the thing that we want to debate today, to compare the previous government and this government, the, the, the present government. So this present government, they take their leadership role during the tension, ethnic tension that happened between our brothers from Guadalcanal and Malaita. But they are fighting unnecessarily. They fighting without
not
knowing, without noticing that what they fight for. It seems like somebody becomes the evil behind these two parties, these two ethnic groups. Somebody might become the devil, become Satan himself behind these two parties for their own interests. But these two parties, they fight, don't understand what they fighting for. But somebody behind these things with his own interest. So now we see that the own interest is come out clearly in this nation, that affecting this nation, affecting the economy of this nation, which is affecting the children of this nation, affecting the children which is they lost their school, they have nothing to do about their schools. So this thing becomes the fire in our heart, the people of this nation. The corruption itself begins during the ethnic tension, I should say, because this Sogofare government take their leadership during the tension, because this nation did not agree about this prime minister during tension. Yeah? The people of this nation did not know how this guy achieved his leadership role during this, because of the gun they put on the head of our good prime minister, Mr. Ulfa Alu. They put the gun, force him to resign, force him to resign. So it shows us the evil in this nation, the evil that brings corruption in this nation. It makes us not very happy. It makes us too afraid, feel afraid to live in this nation. So the root cause of this corruption is during the tension. Maybe some superpowered country, they behind this guy, behind this leadership, to destroy our nation, to destroy our economy, which is not good, which is not good, which is unfair for our citizens in this nation. Their own interest is to make good of the foreigners, then the citizen of these countries will stay at they are. But the good of this country is for the foreigners. This is how the corruption come in during the tension, ethnic tension. We have nothing. We have nothing about. We have no plan against our brothers from Guadalcanal. Our brothers from Guadalcanal have nothing about us, have no hatred about us. But this satanic move in this nation that brings us to become enemy for their own interest.
That's the point we want to talk about a little bit about it. The point is like this, while the prime minister from the previous prime minister, Mr. Ulfalu, that's the point that we want to debate and discuss on it. We see the difference right now in this very moment.
Yeah.
We feel the pain from the past previous government, Mr. Ulfalu. While the moment he stand on the prime minister, he do good to our people in Solomon Island. Even though down to the grassroots level, they feel happy because they have a blessing. That's our prime minister play a role for us.
The real development that happened
It's
during
mean
that
that
times.
Mr. Ulfalo is a greatest hero for this nation, Solomon Island. He play and he set up a good campus for the nation in Solomon Island. And the point is just like I would like to say to you, my brothers, while Prime Minister Ulufalu and the Prime Minister Sogovara in this present time, while Sogovara come to take the government, we see nothing happen. We feel the economy is going down. The moment Prime Minister Ulufalu stand, we feel the economy is going and going non-stop. It moves according to what we can reach. But now Mr. Sogovara take the position and leadership in this chair, the Kingsley chair. He makes us fail down. Because you see, we got nothing to do. There are some students, they going to the school, but their father finding so difficulties to make money for their fee. Why those things happen? Think about the moment Prime Minister Ulfalu is standing right now in the position of our fathers, the parents cannot feel the pain. They just move and do something and everything is all right.
And they happy.
And they will make something great for their children to school and educated well for their nation today. But now all of our students is not getting well. They feel something was feel aside, or I don't know how to say, but
They felt very hard for everything.
that's
that
how
they
they're
are
feeling
missed.
today.
Yeah.
So that's why we want to put the past previous government and the present government, and we want to look inside of it, which government is a real perfect government. From the moment from Ulvalo and now the present government, Mr. Prime Minister Sogovare, the moment you stand, we nothing see how the economy raised up.
Nothing.
You put
Nothing
us to
at
the
all.
bottomless.
Nothing at all. Yes.
You got something to say?
Yes.
Okay.
I have something to say. During my I see that the tension that happened during the people of Guadalcanal and Malita, they fight for nothing. They fight for nothing. But during that time, Sogovare take his leadership during that ethnic tension where they put the gun on the head of our Prime Minister Ulfa Alu. Then they force him to resign. They force him to resign. Then Sogovare take the leadership role. Mr. Sogovare, do you know who are those three guys they mask and they put the gun barrel on Mr. Ulfaalu's head? Do you know that three people, if we want our country to develop, if we want our country, our people to be happy, then you should tell the media who are those three people that they mask and force Mr. Ulfaalu to resign. This nation is a Christian nation. We don't need those stupid actions. Then you should take your leadership role. You should open up for this nation. Then you should go behind the bar. Because I know, I trusted you. You know the three guys that they forced Mr. Ulfalo to resign. You tell the nation, then we should have a new government, then the people of this nation will happy, then God himself will happy, then bless this nation. Yes. what I know is that the real fact of this thing is that.
Yes, thank you. I would like to say that's a main point that we should be focused on it now. You know now, Mr. Sogovara, I would like you to tell us a truth. Please tell me the truth.
Because
Who are those three guys? Because the three
I
guys
am-
is working hard to down this past previous government. They mean that they down this past previous government to stand you up. So I think that I think you understand these three guys that they mask and they come to show the barrel on the forehead of Mr. Prime Minister Ulfalu. So if you know it, please tell us the truth. Release them and tell them who are they. Tell us who are the people that they are coming, the three people. For you can see how the nation will bless. After you release those secret, God will bless the nation. If you cannot release those secret, the nation will going to fail.
yes. Then if the nation fails, then release Malaita to show the nation that this is how leadership role should be. If you fail to release those secrets, then you release Malaita so that Malaita can show all the 8 provinces that how leadership role should be. Yeah, Mr. Sogofare, because we are getting angry. We are so angry about how the corruption fell in this nation. Then one thing is that I want to compare the Siak government and the DDC government. How the Siak government play a very important role for Solomon Island is during the time that Siak government come into power, big counts, the big credit is laid upon this country. Big credit upon this country. During after Solomon Mamaloni leave us with big huge of credit. So when Siak government come into power, they help this nation to avoid all the credits from this nation. They have the wisdom from God, how they move about all the credits, then the credits solve. All the credit of this nation solve. Then they try to make some development, make life easy for these people of this nation. Then, after all, fighting happen, corruption come in, and then ethnic tension started there. Then they force our good Prime Minister Mr. Ulfa Alu to resign. Then they Sogofare come into power, come in with all sorts of corruption in this nation. Then we fail again. Then we want, if you do that thing so, then you want the huge credit on this nation again. So Sogofare, please tell all your secrets for all the people of this nation, so that God will intervene in our nation, so that he could bless us, then he could show us a way to go. Then we should compete with other superpower countries, so that we become superpower country. That superpower country will felt afraid of us, Solomon Island, because God is with us. We have no weapons, we have no what else that we should become superpower, but we should superpower according to the power of God. So Sogofare, we want your secrets. We want all of your secrets.
Tell us right now. Tawon